Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Make sure you leave your comments below. I do love to read all of you guys' experiences. And then let's go ahead and get into this reading. Before I do flip the cards over though, the message that I got, it's kind of that you guys need to let go. So I got let go, relax, stop worrying at this time, like things are going to work out. So let's see what number we got here. So we have 66. We have 22. Okay, you know what I'm saying? If we don't keep doing the double digits, I'm cool with that. All right, so we got a 2 upright, a 2 that is not upright. Okay, so we have unconditional love, healing, faith, manifesting goals, desires, and wishes, positive thoughts. So this is like action at the bottom. 66 is positive thoughts that you should focus on positive thoughts because you are in the time of manifesting is basically what it's saying. So the things that you are thinking about are going to come to fruition. With the 66 here, followed by the 22, I do get the vibe that this has something to do with a foundation. So you guys may be moving, or you may be getting a new job or a car, or something that's going to make you feel more comfortable in life and is going to help you move forward. For some of you guys, I do get this energy with the double twos that this does have something to do with your spiritual abilities. So I do get spiritual abilities. I'm just going to say it right now before it slips my mind. That 22 is also giving me 2022, like something from last year is going to pop back up. Or if you're watching this in later, you know, then like 2023, something from 2022 is going to pop up, or something from last year. It could be either one of those. So anyway, we have the 2 in reverse right here. So I do get, okay, so I get a disconnect and a reconnect. That's what I'm getting. So the 2 is about connection. Is about your spiritual connection as well. But really the connection that we have to people and things and groups, it can mean a lot to us and it can influence us in a lot of ways. I feel like you guys were like misjudged, kicked out, removed or ruined or something like that. And I think that's in the beginning I said to not worry about it, like it's gonna work out. I forgot the original thing that I said because I just hit record, but definitely it feels like that is true even though I don't remember. So anyway, everything is gonna work out. And so it really does feel like you're being pushed out of a situation so you can be pulled into a better situation sometimes. And I'm just going to tell you guys that this is the distraction, right? Because when you think about it, like, all right, this has been blocked, and that means that I'm not really supposed to have it. But sometimes we get in our mind, because it can be a person or a group, or it could be somebody, them, you know, it can be something itself that stopped us from doing something. And then we have a kind of like this vengeful attitude, like, you know, kind of defiant, like ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do type attitude. And instead of us focusing on trying to actually have our goal or reach our goal, we get distracted by either trying to prove something or trying to take back something that we felt was ours, right? But nobody can take what is actually for you. Nobody can take that. Nobody has any rights to that. And so when you think about it that way, sometimes, yep, let it go. You just got to let it go. You have to let it go. You guys are holding some kind of grudge, okay? It's coming all to light now. You guys are holding some kind of grudge that is causing your downfall, honestly. It's causing you to be distracted. It's taking away from your work, from your craft. It is taking away from you. And so you guys have to get re-motivated, right? So we have unconditional love, healing, and faith. And so unconditional love is really screaming to me right now because I feel like you guys probably doubt that. You probably doubt that. I feel like there have been some things that have happened and you're like, yeah, unconditional love doesn't exist. But I'm going to tell you, people say that love has conditions. It does not. Love is unconditional by definition, right? Acts of love aren't unconditional, but love itself is unconditional by definition. Once you love somebody, you always love them. You do. It's not like, it's like, oh yeah, it just goes away. You know, I don't love them anymore. Like, you might have to separate yourself from them. For some of them, it wasn't real love in the first place. We confuse that a lot of times. One sec. But love is unconditional. And sometimes you have to, by yourself, decide that. You just do. There are so many times in life we could just be like, hey, I want to be happy. I'm going to be happy, right? I'm going to start doing things to make myself happy, to give me some satisfaction. But we don't because we're scared, you know. It's on the one hand like, yeah, I would be happy with this. But on the other hand, it's like, would I really? Because I would lose this or I would lose that. All right, so let me pull some charms here. Gonna pull 3 charms. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oh, is that a candy cane? 2. A key with a heart. I love it. And 3. A music note. Okay. So that's probably supposed to go like that. Okay. So anyway, so we got a candy cane. Okay, this candy cane has a little bow on it. Candy cane, a key, and then we have a music note. You know what? I'm going to learn what the music notes are because I know that this note has a name and I don't know what that is. But I do think that it would be beneficial for me. So anyway, this is how I feel looking at this. It feels like there is something that looks good on the outside, but it's distracting you away from a true purpose. And it's also kind of ruining what you have. So I do get that the candy cane is kind of representing this grudge, like it's eating you up inside. And then I also get like issues with the mouth. So I don't know if you guys, it may be actual issues with like your throat chakra speaking or teeth or your throat or something like that. But I am getting problems and it's because of this grudge, which is, you know, weird, y'all. So what I'm getting is that whatever this is, it did happen in 2022 or it happened last year. Okay, whichever one is relevant when you are watching this. But it is something that you have been trying to correct. You don't have good feelings about it. You feel like you lost. You feel like you was thumped into the ground. You really feel accosted and you're having trouble moving on from it. And you believe that you know how to right this karma, like how to right the wrong that was done for you, to you. But as I said in the beginning, Spirit really just did that. Well, Spirit didn't do it. Whoever this is or whatever this is, they did it. But Spirit kind of allowed it to happen, or maybe didn't give you a warning, or maybe you did have a warning. I don't know. But it's not the direction that you're supposed to take. It's not the way you're supposed to go. And so even though this goal looks really good, it looks really shiny from the inside, like I tell you guys, if the journey has to be worth the goal. So if you have a goal and the whole journey there is miserable, you're not going to suddenly be happy when you reach that goal. And a lot of people learn that the hard way. I want you guys to be better, I want you to do better. So we have this 2 in reverse. We have a key, and the key has a heart. So a heart is going to represent love. I am getting heart chakra vibes. And then on top of the blue, which is like throat chakra, is speaking again. So there's something about secrets. Maybe you are holding somebody's secret because it'll benefit you to hold on to it. It will not. Spirit is saying forgive this person. Is also saying be honest, right? Because the throat chakra is about speaking truth. Heart chakra, speak truth from your heart. If these secrets are pressing on you, then you're going to have to let them out. Hey, we all know it's a chance when we tell somebody a secret that they might not keep it. In this case, it feels like somebody did something that was pretty shady. And you need to not keep it to yourself anymore. So the last one we have is this 2. And I'm getting 235, right? Which I didn't say this full number earlier, but let me just go over this. 235. 5 is about changes. 5 is about fear. Music is about creativity, developing, creating, things like that. So this is something that is going to bring you closer to the connection that where you're supposed to be. Yes, it can be scary to be like, okay, I'm just going all in for my dreams. But for some of you, I am getting that's what you should be doing right now, and not fighting for this spot that's honestly a little bit toxic. You know what I'm saying? So let's add these numbers together, which I did not do. 66 is 12 plus the 2, 14, 16. I wish this would surprise me, but it doesn't. Now, definitely 16 is given manipulation. Manipulating like vulnerabilities, manipulating love. And so I feel like you guys really need to use the love that you have for yourself to continue to move forward now. All right. I do, like I said, I feel like it's a big deal. 16 does come to a 7. Just because I know sometimes the math can be a little bit confusing. And that is no shade at all. At all. All I do is add up numbers in weird ways. And I get it that everybody is not like, oh yeah, I see. That 6 plus 6 is 3. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it, but you might not. So let's go ahead and we're going to pull out some cards. See what else we got going on with this number. Pull some more numbers for this number. Well, we got King of Cups. Ooh. Listen, y'all. One thing that I love about the King of Cups, right? And I'm going to say under normal circumstances, he can be a little bit of a manipulator just to, help you guys out with the definition of the card. However, in this case, the King of Cups is giving energy that you need to withhold your emotion from people who don't deserve to hear it, honestly. Keep it to yourself, right? So we have this 66 coming to 3, which is about communication. So the way that you have been expressing your emotion, you've been doing too much. You constantly telling somebody who does not give a shit is not going to make them give a shit, right? You sitting there crying and begging them begging for them to listen to you is not going to make them listen to you. Matter of fact, they may be getting off on your pain. I'm just saying, people do it, and it is not cool. But there are plenty of cruel people in the world, and somebody is just yanking and pulling on your energy, and they're really, really draining you, and you guys have to pull back. We have the 2 of Cups. Man, it's like, okay. The 2 of Cups is about union, coming together. But it's also another cups. It's also very emotional. So it's like whoever this is or whatever this energy is like a huge emotional attachment, a huge drag on who you are, right? So it's like if you be honest and express your emotion, it's gonna be it's gonna have a negative effect on you just because they're not gonna care. And then we have the Two of Cups, but they are trying to keep you connected. One reason is definitely because they want you to hold their secrets. They don't want you to tell what you actually know. And for some of you guys, you don't even know that you know so much. And that's the worst part, because you are probably looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? And Spirit just gave me that. Some of y'all don't know that you've seen something, and I'm gonna have you guys think back to some shit that was kind of weird, like something that didn't add up, and you like scratching your head, but you kind of like just put it behind you, because like sometimes, and I'm guilty of this, if something doesn't make sense, then I'm just gonna like, I'm not gonna think about it anymore. If it don't make sense, then I'm just gonna assume it's not true, and I'll like kind of erase it from my brain. I don't know if that is a trauma or not, but yeah, if it doesn't make sense, then I'm not going to remember it. My mind is very methodical. And so I get that that's something like that happened, and you guys are kind of like that too. So I want you to really think back to some shit that I mean, I don't know who this is in your life or what this is, but it was kind of like shady. Like that's the secret that you're keeping. They're trying to make sure that you don't tell it, and doing that by keeping you kind of connected to them. All right, creative energy. We have 2 upright, and then we have the 4 of Pentacles. And I'm getting something about keep it to yourself, right? The 4 of Pentacles is a card about it's kind of about saving, like saving money, or like collecting something physical and keeping it to yourself, right? The number 4 itself right now is giving me boundaries, though. You guys need to make sure that you have boundaries up to protect the things that you have, right? And the things that we have aren't always physical things, but sometimes we need physical boundaries to protect things that aren't physical. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like having, I don't know, like a parental lock on the internet. So it's like a physical lock. Would that be considered a physical lock? I don't know. Let's just pretend it is, y'all, because I don't know. So let's say that it is a physical lock, but it's done so you can protect your child's innocence. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that is a physical thing, protecting like something that's not physical. I don't know what that is, y'all. That is like the best analogy I could give, and it wasn't the best, but it's all I got. It's all I got. All right, let's pull some rooms. Whoa, really wanted that one. I looked, so I want to make sure I don't look when I pull. Let's pick one. All right. Ingwas, you know I love you. Manas, I love you too. And then we got Fehu. Okay. I don't know. She kind of in reverse a little bit. Okay, so anyway, Manas in reverse. Manipulation, isolation. And you know, Manas is man. At the very root of it, it is very practical, right? So this is kind of like man, and it's kind of like woman. So I just want to say that because how they ended up on opposite sides, so interesting. But anyway, we do have Manas in reverse, which represents manipulation and isolation. And this is what I'm saying. I mean, I feel like I've been saying this the whole time. I feel like whatever the situation is, you are searching for unconditional love in it, but that's not where your unconditional love comes from. It comes from within you, right? So 6 is always this number of balancing out the love I have on the inside to the people and the things, and you know, how do I express that love outwardly to people that I care about, to things that I care about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and here it's been kind of impractical for you to share your love with people because they don't have it for you, and it just ends up kind of draining your cup. So it makes you feel kind of lonely, right? When people talk about being in toxic relationships and they feel alone, because this is a toxic relationship. You are feeling alone here. And this, whatever the situation is, it makes you feel lonely, and you try to express yourself to like lessen that loneliness, but it's not gonna work. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not ever gonna work. You need to move on. If it works for a little bit, it stay faking. They probably don't want you to go nowhere. This connection is causing a loss of money and a dip in self-esteem. This is absolutely a terrible connection. Absolutely. They don't have, they really don't have your best in mind, right? And so in the beginning, I talked about holding a grudge, and then we're talking about this terrible relationship. So I do get this vibe of resentment. For those of you guys who are holding a grudge and still interacting, you are building up a lot of resentment. And again, it's something that's going to eat you up inside. This is a monetary loss if you continue this way, if you continue holding all these secrets, and if you continue not doing things for yourself. And then we have the 2 over here with ingwas, which literally means fertility, right? Well-being, growth. You have to be honest with yourself and invest in yourself, and you will see the growth. Okay, so I love you guys, and I really want you to do well in all of this. Let's pull some cards, honey. Okay. Yeah, for those of you who are stuck in whatever this relationship is, I'm gonna say again, let it go. Let it go. It's gonna work out. All right, let's pull a few cards, see what I get. See what we get. 8 of Wands, things are moving quickly. You guys may see a message. Oh shit, 8 of Pentacles. All right, so 8 and 8, and then we have the 9 of Cups. I like how we are lit over here, okay? And that's period. Like this right here, it's lit, because it's giving me a vibe of, hey, you have everything that you need, right? Let it go. It's gonna work out. You have to pull yourself up out of this relationship. And again, it can be a relationship with work. It could be a relationship with somebody you care about, but it's draining you. So we do have double 8s here. But 8 of Wands, it could be a message. 8 of Wands does mean that things are moving pretty quickly. So there are going to be a lot of changes that are taking place, right? And just make sure that you are putting in the work of where you want to go. So if you enjoy doing something, make sure that you are kind of indulging in that, so you can set the stage for the things that you actually want to do in life. Set the stage for where you actually want to be, okay? So anyway, that is all I have for this number, y'all. 6622. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Remember that happiness is always the goal, and I will see you next time.